everyone, and welcome to HooptieDoodle's Goldwing Bobber build series. Today is a special day because today is a culmination video. It is the culmination of several actions and several components we've already made, and we're bringing all that together into one video in which we're gonna complete the rear suspension today. And this is big because we are doing a Monoshock linkage suspension because it allows you the opportunity to manipulate the wheel travel and other things and dial in exactly what you want on your suspension. I'm hoping I did my math correctly and this actually works. So we've done several things to lead up to this moment today, and those have been done in previous videos, which I'll link in the description of this video below, as well as in the corner up here on the screen. And so if you're interested in more detail, please check out those other videos. And so we've already chopped the frame, we've made the linkage pieces, we've also made a bracket for the linkage to attach to the frame, and we've modified the swing arm, and we've also made a shock mount bracket. So today we're putting this all together in one grand video, at the end of which we'll have a fully functioning rear suspension. All right. I've gone ahead and gotten everything set up here to weld. My first step is welding in this little bracket right here onto the frame part right there. So I've got it all set up with my magnet here, my magnet over there. Got this guy here, it's marked right here. The center point is marked. I've got the center point marked on my hoop over here. I've got other marks down here. Everything is lined up the way I want it to be. I have also gone ahead, I've jacked up the swing arm so that the hoop comes in contact with my triangle, so that then I can make sure I've got all those marks lined up as close as possible. I've also gone ahead, made sure that this guy here, the bracket itself, as straight as possible on there, and I'm going to go ahead and tack it in. Next, I've got to remove the engine here so I have more clearance to work. So we've got these guys here welded on. That's a major hurdle. Our next hurdle is this guy. This guy also needs to be welded on right up here. So I got this piece here drilled out at the machine shop at the same time I did the aluminum piece. My thought is that I need to put a little half moon here, half circle cut out in the bottom here so that it fits over the top of this pipe. And there's going to be a bearing that goes in this hole, and I've already reamed that out and fit the bearing in there. I know it fits. All right, so I've been playing around out here. I've got things mocked up a little bit more. This is leftover from before, and it happens to fit in here really well. And I'm thinking, instead of using the dog bone concept where this guy goes in and works between these two, it's not that long of a distance from here to here. So I'm thinking these 3/16 inch plates on either side will be a lot easier and also guarantee me that this thing is straight a little bit more. So I like that idea. I'm probably going to use some variation of these, but I'm still working on this connection point, the bracket to the hoop here. So I've mocked up a little piece of wood. It's kind of how I like it to look visually, but the weld, there's not much room for a weld in here, and so it needs to be a little bit taller than that. So this will stand up a little bit more, about like so. All right, now that I've got the linkage part tacked in there, I'm not fully welding that yet, but now that that's in there, now it's time to move on to the backbone. All right, so after a bunch of checking, rechecking, rearranging even of these little brackets, I had to grind off these tack welds and move this over a little bit. I'm now ready to fully weld these in. All right, so I've got this bracket here all fully welded at this point. I am now moving on to this bracket over here. Square bracket guy that comes off of there that has the bearing inside it. I'm doing that one next. In order to do that, I have put the entire suspension linkage together on there to try and keep this as aligned as possible on there. I'm afraid this is going to warp to some degree and move. In order to try and prevent that, I'm just going to do a whole bunch of little tacks. This side, that side, this side, that side, little tack, 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 until it is fully welded up, basically to try and distribute the heat. And I might just do little tacks at a time. Tack here, tack there, let it cool. Tack here, tack there, let it cool, so that I try and put as little heat as possible onto this thing. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope that you're enjoying the build series thus far, and that maybe it's inspiring you to do a project of your own. So keep on wrenching, and we'll see you next time.